Settle for Biden? What do you think? Settle for Biden?
Yeah.
Settle for Biden? I will. Yeah? All right, you did. Good.
In 2016, Chris Madden voted his conscience, casting a ballot for Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein. But after 4 years of Donald Trump, he's ignoring principle and assuaging his guilt by settling for Vice President Joe Biden.
We're ready to settle. We're ready to vote.
Madden is driving a van through swing states on his own dime, urging his fellow progressives to get off the couch, grit their teeth, and pull the lever for Biden.
So things are so bad that somebody who doesn't even really like Joe Biden goes on the campaign trail for him, buys a fucking van, decorates the van, and says, I'm going to go out and support this guy that I'm kind of like lukewarm on.
Exactly. I think the stakes are that high that I wanted to fill this void in enthusiasm for Biden, even with this tepid message of settle for Biden.
So far, though, he's had mixed success.
How's it going? Settle for Biden?
I'm going to settle for somebody, for a president. That's really the line you want to use. I want to settle for him.
I think we're settling every 4 years.
I want to settle for him.
Yeah. I want to settle.
Down with the duopoly.
I agree that the two-party system is not great, but we gotta choose one of them. One of them's going to be elected.
No, I'm choosing Joe Jorgensen.
Joe Jorgensen. Yeah. Dude, that's a vote for Trump.
What's the sort of worst response you've gotten from either a Trump supporter or anyone, actually?
So surprisingly, it is the really pro-Biden people that we get the biggest pushback from. They see it as a negative message, and they worry that it will help the Republicans. But the bottom line of the Settle for Biden movement is be politically active and vote. Make a choice. Don't stand this one out.
So this has no connection to the campaign?
This has no connection to the campaign.
Madden was inspired to take this message on the road after coming across the Settle for Biden Instagram account, which now has over 250,000 followers.
Are any of them double orders?
Some are, that's why we have the extra stamps.
Okay.
That following has transformed a Punchline into a formidable grassroots organization. It was all started by 19-year-old Samuel Weinberg, a former Bernie Sanders supporter.
Oh, we also haven't posted yet today. I can post in a bit if you guys want.
He and his friends are driving the online movement from a Chicago suburb, where they sometimes work out of a family garage.
I have the thing Jasmine made about if Roe v. Wade is overturned.
With a small operating budget, mostly funded through t-shirt and sticker sales, the group is targeting disaffected progressive voters, those who dismiss Biden as a corporate Democrat.
Tell me how this idea took shape.
I had first heard the phrase settle for Biden in a headline in Mother Jones. Jill Biden was campaigning for her husband in Iowa.
And maybe you have to swallow a little bit and say, okay, I sort of personally like so-and-so better, but your bottom line has to be that we have to beat Trump.
The headlines the next day were like, Jill Biden tells voters to settle for her husband.
Wait, so this phrase that sometimes angers Biden supporters actually comes from Joe Biden's wife?
Yes. And then I thought, oh, well, this might be a good way to message to disaffected Bernie supporters and people who are hesitant to support Joe Biden. The Instagram account name was available, the website was available, the Twitter handle was available. And so I just kind of went with it.
You guys feel that the progressives in the party are being embraced more than they were in the past, or are you guys being sort of roundly ignored?
I wouldn't say flat out ignored, but the reason that we occupy a space as the organization that we are is because there's a lot more emphasis put on reaching out to moderates, reaching out to people who are the exact opposite of progressives.
I should say settle for Biden. Why?
Why? Because Biden wasn't my first choice, and I'm settling.
You know what? I'm really upset about the Democrats because they keep trying to put people in front of us we don't fucking want.
Was Biden your first pick?
Was Biden my first pick?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Who was your first pick?
Bernie Sanders. Bernard Sanders.
Yeah.
I think that's a disappointing slogan.
Doesn't pep you up?
No. Disappointing slogan, disappointing candidate, disappointing country.
The platform that Biden's running on is the most progressive in history. And even if it's not as far as Bernie would like to go, it's still a step in the right direction.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. You know, we elected Obama in 2008 on a progressive agenda. He gets in, what does he do? Like, he puts all these Wall Street guys in his cabinet, bails out the banks. There's no proof in Biden's 47-year career that we can push him left.
This election, I think it's incredibly important to vote for the better of the two candidates, which is Biden, because then we're going to be able to move towards these things that you want and so many people in this country want.
Yeah, like I voted for Biden already. I did too. I hated every minute of it. And if,
No choice do we have.
but I'm not, you know, a big part of winning an election is mobilization.
Mm-hmm.
You're not mobilizing me. And what does it say about Biden's campaign that you all have to pick up the slack and go to swing states for him, right? That's, yes, another thing.
Think you're making a difference?
I think I am. I think I'm bringing, at least for the level of excitement and like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, there's actually a guy driving around with this on the side of his van.
Yeah.
And bringing some interest and intrigue to the Biden campaign. I'm not trying to antagonize people. Like, even though I know that I probably am, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to just start a discussion. You know, people aren't talking to each other anymore. Everything is, you know, people are afraid to speak their political opinions. And I want to shove it in their face with settle for Biden. All right, settle for Biden. Coming at you.